Well, hello, hello, hello.
Good
Well,
evening.
yes, I was a little concerned. I thought there was no sound on the intro. It's just very low piano music. I'll have to take that into consideration when we make the next one and turn it up a little. Did anybody else able to hear it? And, hey, I'd like to thank my mods who are here today, Mrs. Cassandra and Charlie and Chill. Thank you for being here.
Yeah,
Hope
the intro sounded good on my side.
it does here in StreamYards. It sounds nice and clear, lots of piano music, but I would like to take care of that. So if you guys ever hear anything, let me know. Like I do take that seriously. I want it to be the best out there, and you guys get the full effect. Hey Daniel, Jade, and Fish Nerd, and Mousy, hello, and Janae. It's so good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. It's nice to see some faces I don't normally get to see, or actually some names. I shouldn't say faces because they're just names, really right now, Bo. How you doing, Juju? How's your Sunday going? It's Sunday here in the States.
Phenomenal. Very
Yeah.
relaxing.
Mm-hmm. This is a
Um,
very valid point. You're right, Daniel Jade. We're in the library, so it shouldn't be that loud. Exactly. That's why it's piano music.
that
I'm
was
s-
the perfect response.
It is a perfect response. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. So, did you do anything special for the earlier part of the day?
No, I've done nothing productive all day. Just kind of goofed
Mm,
off.
no.
Slept
Wait,
late.
it's good because this is the first time we haven't had to deal with an investigation. I actually enjoyed the day off.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We were just free.
We
Had to
were
look
free.
after ourselves, do whatever we wanted.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I got to sip coffee and just do whatever I wanted. It was lovely. Mm. Hey, fish nerd. Hmm? I'm sorry you can't get your ducks in a row, dude. This is tragic. I said we were getting our ducks in a row and we would be with them shortly. And fish nerd said, I've tried for years to get ducks in a row, but I can't do it without fencing. I'm like, very funny. Actually, I had so much fun with you last night, fish nerd. I did. I can't wait to do that again.
That
Now
was a
let you
great
two.
stream, and I have been thinking about that cart fighting man in Walmart.
The
That
car.
is so
Really? Is he now your new? He's added to nature guy, right? Like there's qualities there that needed to
Yep,
be added.
there's
Yes, cart.
qualities there.
Yes, quite righteous cart stealing is definitely a good quality.
Well,
A
I was
good
laughing because
quality.
you know how I enjoy a little righteous indignation? I'm like,
Hmm. Yep.
"Yes, sir. Fight those women."
Yes, I did. It was actually good. But I couldn't believe some people actually voted that he was the asshole too. And I guess like the way he did it, maybe a little, because he was quite aggressive. He used his size in his intimidation to get away with it. And he's like dragging them all through the store as they were like falling off of him. I just picture that. Can you picture it? This big hulking man pushing his car, and they're all flying after him. They're trying to get their stuff, and he's just like pushing them away. You know, like damn, it was so. Oh, Sheila, I don't know who stole the turtles. And at this point, I'm enjoying the day off. I don't want to know. Like, I
Yeah.
don't, I don't want to know.
We're
Like,
not
nope.
listening to crimes right now.
Yeah, we're not listening to crime. Listen, with crime free zone, the investigation that was a long one. Like that took weeks. This should not have. There's people that have to pay for that. I suggest that those involved go look at your punishments. Yeah, y'all know who I'm speaking about because y'all guilty as hell.
Every one of you.
But unfortunately, we couldn't throw the book at not a single one of you. We just left it up to the judge. Hmm.
Who I think was just and fair.
Oh, Fishner, look at this. He went shopping earlier and he thought about stealing a card or two. Why? Why? Mrs. Cassandra is not afraid. Go read the community post and then come back and tell me that that didn't like hit just a little bit, just a little bit. I think that the judge came up with the perfect punishment for you for inserting yourself in obstruction of an investigation. Mm. But She doesn't need to be bailed. No one's going to jail, Juju. Is it like nobody's going to jail? Everybody's free. Yeah, nobody's going to jail.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it.
But some people do need to learn.
They do need to learn. Hello, Mippy. Hi.
Hi, Mippet.
We've put all of your judgments out there, your punishments and penalties. Hello, Your Honor. Fish nerd is so appropriate. Yes, yes. Thank you, Fish nerd. Yes, he's very respectful when necessary. It's too late though. You're still going to night school. I don't know. You still gotta go. You still gotta go. Yeah.
Well, then you confessed. You provided a false confession.
You did. You did distract it. We believe you covered up an absolute, like it wasn't even a crime what happened. Go watch the video. It's tragic. It's tragic. But anyway, that's all I want to say about that. I want to talk about anything else at the moment. Thank you for filing to absolutely, Mippy. We serve the judge. We serve the honorable dragon judge, Her Majesty. We serve. We filed those on your behalf. We took care of the paperwork. We took care of all of that and closed the case so you could have a free day too. We were happy to serve such an honorable judge, a reasonable judge. Yes.
Who only wanted truth and justice.
Right. And yeah. Hello, Commander. Welcome.
Hi, Commander.
This is nice and easy. No presentation. We can actually follow the chat, like people coming in. Hello, T King. Nice to see you. I always love seeing your eyeball. I do. Like I look for that eyeball, T King. I hope you're doing well, love. Yeah.
It is. It's a nice, like quiet, like gentle Sunday, I would call it.
It is. It is. Although I will say it started a little bit late for me. Like I woke up in a panic. You know how you wanted to get up an hour earlier and the alarm didn't go off and you wake up and there was something you're supposed to do, like that kind of panic?
Yes.
Like that. But it went away quickly. It did.
I actually had a wake-up call this morning, or I was supposed to, but it was an hour late.
Was it? You too? What's wrong with the world? Is this like a message we're receiving? Everything was an hour late? Like, not just me, but my friend too. An hour late for work? Like terrible. Yeah. Hey, always. Nice to see you. It's good. It is. It's the cool. But did you get settled quickly after you woke up late, after you were late, like after everything was late? Did it all fall into line for you?
Yeah, I pouted a little bit because I did not want to be awake. I wanted to sleep in more, but
so you got up for a call that never happened? That's
no,
rude.
it was just like someone was just calling me to make sure that I got up because I have been goofing off all week and staying up too late. And tonight I'm not allowed to do that per my own instructions.
Oh, no. Did you set a bedtime? We were talking about that yesterday. Did you actually set one? Because I'm probably going to be one of those people trying to get you to violate it all the time since I'm a night owl.
Well, I wouldn't commit to a bedtime just yet. I was like, listen, it's day one. Let's just ease into this.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it is during the week, and at least the night music streams that you've been attending will be a little earlier than usual. But the weekend ones, like I can't help you there, girl. Those are really, really late. Daniel Jade said, I envy people who could sleep past sunrise. I envy people who actually go to bed before sunrise.
That's my problem. I've been going to bed past sunrise.
I do not go to bed until after the sun is up, like here in America, because I'm up all night in other countries via the internet. Swear to God. I actually sleep after the sun comes up. I sleep during the day. My schedule is all weird,
See, this is the mistake I make. Like last night, I'm like, all right, like record stream ended. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to bed. But then I start talking to someone and then I was like, this is too much to type. Let's just have a phone call real quick.
Right.
And then real quick was like 3 hours.
That happens to me because I love to talk, like everybody knows that about me. I talk circles constantly. I just like to talk. I chat about anything. Oh, and I get like, I think it's going to be real quick. Listen, let's just get on the phone and handle this, and it'll be over. And it's like 4 hours later.
Yes, that's what it was supposed to be. I'm like, oh, I'll just tell you real quick because my thoughts, it's whatever, typing it out. It's too much.
Yeah. There you go. It's a school night. Back to real classes tomorrow. Early to bed for me tonight. Hey, Janae. I hope you get a good class. I hope you get like less frustration. I hope it works well for you. And Mrs. Cassandra, I wanted to stay asleep too, at least not hungover anyway. Yes, you were a bit of fun last night, Missy. We were having some fun. Yes, we did. And yes, Icarus, I do have like shutters and blackout curtains and all of that. And anyone who wants to go to sleep after sunrise, like, just get like good shutters or good curtains. Yeah.
And my room is painted a very dark color. I like a cave-like bedroom.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you were. You were at the YouTube chat, Mrs. Cassandra. And lucky for you, those don't stay on the channel, so nobody could see your chat. Except for that, if they do go to Kick, it's immortalized on the stream forever. Every word you said. It's forever on Kick. There you go. Although the YouTube isn't up. Yeah. It's funny. Yeah. Mm. Can I ask who's teaching the nice clue? I don't know. It's your punishment. You'll have to actually attend them yourself, and I have no idea. I'm not like, maybe we could get someone. I don't know. You're gonna have to figure that out. All I know is you need to learn the difference between freshwater and sea animals for sure. That's all.
You think someone named Fish Nerd would be a little more in the loop on that?
I know. I was appalled. For you, dude. Hey, Wrecker, we were just talking about you. You need to read the community tab because you got punished also by the judge. They were watching you. Mm-hmm. We closed out the case, and it's all on the community tab. Oh, my. Oh, yeah. It was a fun night. We were just talking about your stream last night and how Mrs. Cassandra had a bit to say on YouTube that's been immortalized on Kick, even though the YouTube chat isn't up. Someone summoned me? No, well, yes, JuJu and I love hanging with you, so you're always welcome. Mm-hmm. Hey, Teresa. Hello. So nice to see you. Mrs. Cassandra.
Everyone's quiet today. Even chat is like.
Mrs. Cassandra's using caps.
Well, Wrecker's here. He'll get her.
That's it. That's your warning. One warning, Mrs. I know Wrecker put the eyeballs right under it too. Like, don't make me put you in timeout, Bod. No yelling in chat. It's Sunday. Let's be respectful for our easy vibe going on here, yeah? And Wrecker, thank you for the orders, love. That's nice. I had a bit of a go-round with the strawberry this morning. JuJu, wait till you hear this. He went back to the last mayhem that we did, okay? And do you remember when there was all that pouring of drinks and then Wrecker tried to say he was like relieving himself on stream? He couldn't get what he went to see if he'd be ready for a mayhem. So all he heard was like the first 2 minutes of the stream. And he said, oh my God, you guys pee and stream. I'm out. He literally time-stamped it and made a comment on the video. It was the end of July because I'm doing mayhem late. Like, I should have did one in August, but like, hey, shit happens, life and stuff, it wasn't that I wanted to miss it. I love mayhem. I love my mayhem crew. I'm really looking forward to next week, actually.
I do enjoy the mayhem as well.
Well, I think you're going to like this one. It's Saturday, and we're going to do it a bit earlier. I did agree with the said strawberry of ill repute that I would do it a little bit earlier because they're from a foreign country, so they didn't have to stay up till like 5 a.m. in the morning to be there. So I So I think I'll do it like 8 o'clock. In that way, and then it won't interfere with your schedule in the evening, JuJu. Not too much anyway, and We'll see. But they probably do it around 8 o'clock in the morning, which is like for Australians and New Zealanders, that's like 10 a.m., 12 noon, something like that. Won't be too bad. But it's still kind of late at night over in Denmark, you know. So
How far
it
ahead
is
are they than us?
from what I think 6 hours, 6 or 7 hours around the clock, something like that. Because when I was talking to him, it was like 5 o'clock, and he said it was like pretty. It was like 11 or 12 already over there, and he was getting ready, like not going to be up much longer or something. I don't remember exactly, but it's quite a few. I could look it up, but I don't want to hit any buttons. I'm enjoying this Sunday ease, not having to do anything but click comments.
Do you think all of us that hang out on YouTube sleep, like have odd schedules just naturally?
I do think it actually supports the odd schedule. I don't know if it makes odd schedules. Unless you're already following people that are on these weird schedules, you know what I mean? I think it supports odd schedules. Like it
Well, and I think part of like people that I've found to follow is because I'm awake then. So you follow the people who are streaming then.
I think Mrs. Cassandra can back me up with this one. We all became friends from different streams and different stuff before I even had a YouTube channel by watching a 3 a.m. in the morning by my time stream, which was around midnight, Mrs. Cassandra's time. That came out of, what is it, Costa Rica or someplace like that? It was Comic Nut. It was EJB Comic Nut. And he brought people from all different, communities. I mean, I even talked to Unirock mods there and, people that liked Steve or hated Uni or vice versa. Everybody was at each other's throats, but we all like dealt with each other civilly, and it was so cool. I mean, there were the kind of streams, Juju, where we threw dollar bills at him and he twerked on stream for us. It was lit. It was so good.
That is good.
We would talk about the craziest stuff. We watched The Boys. We watched streams together. We commented on really crazy stuff. It was just like, don't take yourself serious. Everybody get along. Don't cause no harm. It was so much fun. I so enjoyed Mrs. Cassandra during those streams. It was Hungary. Yeah. Didn't we have like the best time, Mrs. Cassandra? It was like, wow. It was just so cool. And I just got on a later night schedule. I've always been an insomniac. How about you? Like, I've always had trouble sleeping at night.
No, I'm a good sleeper, but if I'm having fun, I don't want to go to sleep.
Right. I for years couldn't sleep more than a couple of hours at a time. So even if I went to bed at a normal time, I would wake up like 3 hours later, And
I do know. I have a friend who does that.
I couldn't sleep, and it was mostly because I had a lot of pain and stuff, and I couldn't get comfortable. It's just it gets to be a bad habit. And so finally I would just get up and do stuff for a couple hours and then go back down for a couple hours. And I was just sleeping like 3 hours, 3 or 4 times a day, like at different intervals. But I had the benefit of not having a steady schedule of any time. I was, retired against my will, so I didn't have a full-time job to go to, and I don't have small children in the house or anybody I need to take care of but myself. So, I could do whatever I wanted. In a way, that's a detriment because,
it really is, because that's how I am. Like, I work for myself, so I'm like, if it's 3 a.m. and no one's around, I can work. And sometimes I'm like, why do I have to get up at 8 or 9 a.m.? There's no reason.
Thank you, Teresa. I think you would have loved it because we also talked about food and funny stuff. Like, we talked about anything, just kind of like this, only it was the middle of the night and it was like everybody from everywhere. And you didn't know exactly who was going to join because a lot of times it was on Twitch, right, Mrs. Cassandra? We had to make names to join and stuff. And so you never knew who anybody was really, too. It was kind of cool. And hey, Grace, thank you for this. Thank you for the 99-cent donation towards the computer. We appreciate it. Thanks, Mrs. Cassandra. It was fun leaving led to mayhem. Yes, it does. Him leaving the channel, him creating that void led to Mrs. Cassandra and I going to mayhem on the fact that everybody called me a prude, which I really resented.
I get called a prude too.
They said I had to stick up my butt and I didn't know how to have a good time.
I get called uptight.
I got called that too. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm like, you don't know me then. Or maybe you do.
Yep. Wait, I'm not twerking. I said he twerked for 99 cents. I'm not twerking for you, girl. I'm just saying thank you for the 99-cent donation to the computer. I'm sorry if you misunderstood, but I mentioned that he twerked for a buck. And
no
put
twerks
his
have
booty,
ever been promised on
and
the Baron B.
He put his booty on the camera and everything. You know, it was fun, Mrs. Cassandra, getting him to dance. Right, the more he did it, the more we threw money at him too. Me and Llama Girl and Mrs. Everybody was throwing stuff at him. It was so much fun. It was definitely. But I'm sorry, Grace. I could refund you. You're not getting a twerk. Wait.
Teresa.
Here. Wait. I know. Here. I will sell this. Okay. Because we never really agreed. So here we go. There it is. Let me see if I can spell it though. There it is. I'll put it in the chat. Here's your twerk. There you go. And a thank you. I actually do appreciate it. You know, it's fun. You were a penny short for a twerk. I thought she said for $1. I did, but I didn't say I would twerk or JuJu. I said this guy used to, where we used to hang out. I'm not saying that I'm going to do that, but I will type twerk for you anytime you throw 99 cents at me. I'll do that. I will type it in the chat. I will type it in the chat for you anytime you want.
That is a commitment I can make.
Yeah,
I will type twerk into chat.
Yep. We will type twerk for 99 cents. There you go.
I just expect the 99-cent chats to come rolling in.
No, yeah, see, nobody wants you to type it. They want us to actually do it, I guess. But listen, I'm not twerking for anybody but my boo because I don't think you can handle this twerk. Yeah. I twerk for my boo only.
My twerk is worth much more than $1.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I would say my boo smile is much more gratifying than buck.
My boo's off at Walmart fighting people.
Yeah, with a cart. I wonder if he twerks while he does it. Wouldn't that be great? He's walking down the aisles doing this. I just picture somebody like Jason Momoa, right? Big like that, with all the wild look and kind of intimidating. And he's walking down the aisle and they're coming after him. And he's just lifted left leg, right leg, twerking that butt cheeks as he goes. It just amuses me. So see, I can entertain myself. I don't need anybody.
Well, and then he just goes home and bakes cookies.
Exactly. And I was so impressed he knew the ingredients for chocolate chip. He goes, looks like she's baking chocolate chip. I'm like, damn, that's a man. He can make his own cookies. This is cool. Yep, he knows what. And then he was like, oh, so I took the stuff over to camping. I needed butter and eggs and milk anyway, so I just kept those. I didn't have to go to the refrigerator aisle. I'm like, okay. Complete my shopping list. And he actually felt bad that he left the cart in camping and he went back to put the groceries away.
But I think camping is a key. That's an indicator. He is nature guy.
He is nature guy. He said all the right things. He did. He kind of said all the right things. He kind of had the right attitude. And
even feeling bad about leaving a full cart there. So he went back to handle it.
Exactly. That kind of spoke volumes to me. I really thought that spoke to his character.
Well, definitely. When you're at the store, if you go to put something back, do you walk back to where it belongs in the store?
Not every time. I am guilty of handing it to the checkout person and having them put it aside for somebody to come get it.
Okay, well, that's different. As long as you're not just throwing it on a shelf somewhere.
No, I never do that. I will actually go at him. All right, listen, you can make fun of me, but I'm going to true confession time. I am actually that person that when I broke my leg, I went to the supermarket in a wheelchair, right? And I actually put some things in the chair that, I didn't have a big basket because I couldn't push it. and I had some things in the chair that I was checking out, and I forgot to pull this stupid magazine from the back of me that I put there so it didn't get wrinkled. And I got all the way to the car and realized I didn't pay for it. And I put everything in the car and I went all the way back and got back in line and paid for the damn magazine.
Do you know, I did that at Target, and I had gone through self-checkout.
My brother, my ex, and my daughter made so much fun of me for it. Still goes on to this day about that. They make fun of me for that.
Okay, wait. I haven't even, I think I've told this on my stream, but I was at Walmart and I was buying dog food, well, other things, but I had a huge bag of dog food on the bottom of my cart. And I don't usually purchase dog food, forgot it was down there. And so I checker, didn't catch it. I walk out of the store. I realize what happened. I've stolen a giant bag of dog food. I go back into customer service, tell them what happened, and they just stared at me. And I was like, I want to pay for this. I just stole it. And they go, no, you don't have to pay for that. I'm like, no, I just walked out of the store with this. It wasn't rung up. Please bring it up. I owe you for this bag of dog food. And they would not charge me for it. And then I was like, well, I'm just going to leave it here because I don't want
stolen goods. I don't want it on my conscience. Really, I didn't. Yeah, they made fun of me, but I'm with you on that, Juju. See, I think we were on the right side.
But they wouldn't let me leave it behind either. Walmart forced me to steal. And I was like, please don't make me take this. I just want to pay you for it. That's all I want to do. And they would not allow me. And I think they were so confused by someone coming back in.
They were, because aren't they the ones that have the receipt checkers on the way out? To make sure things like dog food that is on the bottom of the cart is on the receipt. So basically their policy to try to get rid of you was the employee saying, we're going to get in a lot of trouble for this. Oh, look, Mousie's giving us a twerk. If you could see it in the YouTube chat, you won't be able to see it here on StreamYards. But Mousy Files donated $1.49 to my new computer with a super sticker that's a big, luscious peach. And I know that peach is twerking. I can sense it, Mousy. Thank you.
Mousy Files, twerk and a half.
That's a twerk and a half. I'm going to have to type twerk and a half for Mousy Files. What do you say? I think you should put one in there for her too, actually. What do you think?
Do we capitalize twerk or do we get yelled at for that?
You could capitalize the word twerk, can be capitalized tonight. Mods don't do anything, especially not to me, damn it. It's a twerk. And can you imagine if the mods timed me out? I don't even know if a managing mod can do that. I'll have to check it out. Thank you, Mousy. That was awesome. And thank you, Teresa, for throwing all the lovely peach twerks in there. I like tweet. I do have in the Discord, Teresa, I have a peach that gets its peach slapped. It's like slapping butt cheeks. Yeah, it's really cute.
Really?
Yeah. I have that one. It moves. Yeah. I also have the shake the eggplant emoji, little caressing of the eggplant.
Oh, I did see that one.
Well, down below it, the peach one has a hand slap in it and makes it vibrate a little. It's
The only one I really want in there is the dancing bee, and he's grayed out for me.
I do have him in there, but unfortunately, the emojis that move, only Nitro users can usually use them in Discords, unfortunately.
Well, I'll just continue longing for him.
Well, I'm going to keep trying to make one that we can use. You know what I mean? I'm going to find a way. There's got to be a way to upload it differently.
I'm sure there is.
I'm learning little bits by bits. I've been learning a lot about Discord over the last couple of weeks, and I'm finding little things and trying to make things a little bit different in there. And it's been a lot of fun. I mean, I've had the most fun in there this week than I've had in a long time. I really did. So thank you to everyone who contributed. Not that I'm trying to make you all feel excluded, but if you remember, you can get in there. Just DM me. I will give you a link. And that goes to gifted members too. All of you that became gifted through the generosity of Mippet and High Inquisitor and Autistic Shill and several other people who I am remiss in not remembering the exact names, but there was plenty of gifting go. I think Mandy gifted like 3 or 4. Several people. It made a large gifts of memberships, and you are entitled to the Discord, and you won't get kicked out after a month. Your privileges may back down a little bit, but there still will be stuff for you to do, so you won't get kicked back out. But it's a great way to just come see if you like it and see if you want to become a member for all the other perks. We'll see. Just know you're welcome. Just know you're welcome. Unless you've already been kicked out, then don't bother.
I mean, that's just a good general rule of life.
I think I just had to add that disclaimer because some people just don't get it.
Well, yeah. If you're kicked out or leave thrown a hissy,
You didn't see the video, Fishner? You mean our lovely avatars up here? Because JuJu and I, we have gorgeous avatars. I can't believe you weren't sitting there staring at them while you were grilling.
Best darn avatars on the.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
I mean, my little flower is recognizable from across the room. If I'm in chat, you can look.
It's very recognizable. Many of you have lovely avatars, and you chose well your icons for your YouTubes. They're very recognizable. I recognize you everywhere.
See me right when I stroll into chat.
Oh, yours was gifted by Grace. She made it. It's lovely. Oh, that's okay. I'm glad you didn't burn yourself, Fish Nerd. And I'm flattered you were actually listening to us while you were out there doing your things, grilling and stuff. That's kind of cool. I hope you get to watch the video on the case, though, so you see what actually happened. But actually, I have a sneaky suspicion you knew all along. Yeah.
Who recorded the video?
Exactly.
I mean, I think.
Well, that was a reenactment. Actually, the prosecution paid for that video reenactment. Those are not the people involved. We mentioned the people involved, but we do think that they're innocent. It was just their kind heart. They really didn't mean any harm. The rest of you, though, who tried to cover it up and insert yourselves into the case, you got your justice. Meanwhile, I just have the what? I like the D. There's nothing wrong with the D for Daniel. That's okay. It's okay.
It has the D.
You know what, Daniel? We're happy that you're here. And that blue is a lovely blue, by the way. So there's nothing wrong with just having the D. There's nothing wrong with D.
Yeah, I love D.
I'm rather fond of D myself. But do we really want to go there? I think next weekend we could talk about that on Mayhem. What do you say? We could talk about the we should talk.
We're too prudish on this show.
On this show
we stick with our prude selves.
We're in the library and we got to be a prude. I would say no D allowed, but everybody knows I don't follow that rule ever. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah, everybody is mellow today. Look at you guys all. It looks like we've all had crazy weekends and we're just trying to make it through Sunday night.
Everyone is so mellow. Oh, Fish Nerd says that his avatar. Wait, Teresa's is actually her. Hello, Teresa. You're gorgeous. I love seeing your face. It makes me smile. Fish Nerd says mine was made by a friend. Okay. We're talking avatars here. This is cool. Mrs. Cassandra said hers was gifted by Grace Case. That's really cool. Okay. We already talked about Daniel.
Mousy found hers on the internet.
I found my mouse on the internet. Apparently, the internet is full of mice and rats. Yes, it is. And I love the way Counter Talk actually really made that mouse cock its head. It's so cool. I think it's so cool the way they used your own thing.
That is cute. Your intro is very cute.
Fishner said I wore him out last night. Really? Wow. Okay. Okay.
All right. Well, good on you both.
But yeah, I guess I hope I don't get in trouble for that. Mine is a photo of me. Ah, a lovely rainbow dragon. Yup. My membership, my avatar is Naruto Uzumaki. Okay, I'm guessing that is anime. I make my profile pic, but I need to make a good cartoon self-profile pic. Yeah, they're fun to make. Fish Nerd was chain smoking after the stream. You're too easy, Fish Nerd. You're too easy. Too easy. That was like, yeah, okay, because that was a short stream. I was like,
he's like, I don't need much. Short
I do have a question though. I'm trying to figure out what happened to stream. Fishner, did you learn how to star comments while you were up here? Like, just say yes or no, because I was trying to figure out if someone was coming in and helping me, or if you were actually doing it, because all of the stuff got starred and I didn't do it. Like, I was trying to figure out what was happening. You did get us to chuckle. You often do. You have a great sense of humor. I like that. There's nothing more attractive in a person, human, female, male, whatever, than humor. It is a wonderful quality to have. Don't take yourselves too seriously, people.
Yeah, when you can just laugh at the absurdities of life.
Exactly.
And really, most stuff is funny.
In everything. I mean, dark humor when, things are going bad. Well, actually, humor, my nan used to say, a good sleep and a good laugh will turn everything around. Seriously. You take a good sleep and think on it, or you have a good laugh about something, it definitely turns everything around. You just definitely need to do that.
That's true. I will say, like a good meal too, because sometimes I can tell my attitude is because I have not eaten nutritious food.
And that you don't approach anything hangry. Like, I get hangry. Like, if I haven't eaten right, my mood changes bad, like real bad. Like, my electrolytes go off. I need a little bit of balance,
Yes.
Put some nutrition back in me for sure. I could get really crabby, but that would fall under my nan's thing. Treat yourself right and everything will follow. In other words, take a good soak, have a good meal, make yourself a nice cup of tea. If you feel yourself going the negative way, like, start treating yourself right. Yeah.
Tell you this, I tried a new body wash today, and that was a good mood booster.
Oh, tell us, what did you try? Or do you want to disclose? Was it good?
I'll disclose. It's a lavender and Epsom salt body wash.
Oh, I love what Epsom salt does for your skin and your muscles is amazing. It's like the simplest, cheapest thing to buy and add to anything. Just regularly, JuJu. Oh my God, that sounds so good. And I love lavender. It's nice.
Mousy did recommend it. Mousy told me about it. Great. And I've been searching for a new body wash because, like, my skin's sensitive. I'm particular about scents. It's a whole thing.
Fish Nerd, I agree with you completely. And I can tell you that the part 2 can only happen if part 1 exists with your partner, because you have to be able to laugh at all the little shit, to be free and trusted and, have that environment. That's cool. Hey, Rabbits, it's so nice to see you. How is your day, sir, going? We were talking about it. Like, JuJu and I had a late start, and it was a little uncomfortable to start so late and have things be befuddled. But now we're feeling kind of laid back and chill and happy to close the investigation and happy to move on with just nothing. No, absolutely. I love it. I get to tell everybody, I love streaming with JuJu. And they're like, why? I said, she brought nothing into my life. Nothing.
That's the best compliment. She brings nothing to the table.
She brought nothing into my life, and I'm celebrating the nothingness of it all. I love it.
I think people don't do that enough, though. Like, just be, just like go out there. Just freaking chill, everyone. Just enjoy.
Exactly. And I just like that soak. I mean, just you being able, you did that today. That's amazing. That's the way to spend a Sunday. And also like this, Teresa, of course, our cook, our chef. Speaking of meals, I have a pork butt in the slow cooker. I love slow cooked pork butt. Oh my God. I need to get up and fix dinner soon. I'm also making peach cobbler. Oh, that sounds so good.
Do you know,
Good.
I once asked Teresa to move in with me.
I would, just based on how she cooks. She made a grilled
Yeah.
cheese with stuff that one time. Showed a picture of it. I was like, damn, I could live with her. Dinner here is ribs and chicken on the magic grill smoker. That sounds delicious too, fish nerd. And Rabbit said that his day's not going bad. It's meh. Played video games, did chores, typical Sunday. I hope you get to eat something nice. That's typical Sunday for me. I want to have something nice. I don't know about you, Juju, but I'm actually on Sunday a quick meal though. I got some pasta and some with a quick meat sauce, but I just dressed it up with like fresh palm, and I got to like, because it's seasonal, I got some basil and rosemary and oregano from the garden and just put green all over it because I didn't make any vegetables. The herbs are my green for the night.
I do that too. I always keep raw spinach in my fridge, so sometimes I'll be like, just throw some raw spinach on there, and we're good.
True confession, that's on the bottom of the bowl before I put the pasta in. I line the bowl with raw spinach, and then I put the pasta, and then I put the sauce on top. Yeah.
What sauce are you using?
It is actually the pomade. It comes in the like the cardboard container, but it's lined. It's just tomatoes chopped.
Oh yes.
Okay, so we do that with some garlic and some onions and some seasonings, and we make like a quick sauce. And then I cook the meat and the onions and the mushrooms and all separate, and then I put it all in. I even put a little bit of grated carrot to take some of the acidity of the tomatoes off. So it's not like a real slow cooked Sunday sauce like you would, like, all day Sunday sauce if you're Italian. I don't mean to disparage the Italians in any way, but I do like a fresh sauce if I'm just want to have a little pasta, and not make like a big deal. It's not like a Sunday sauce or meat sauce. It's just ground beef cooked with the mushrooms and onions and garlic, and then mixed in with the tomatoes and like that. And if you want it thicker, you could add a little paste to it, but I don't. I just like cooking down the chopped tomatoes, because it's just pure organic chopped tomatoes. That's all it is in the pomade bag. You could get that pureed too to make it easier. I like it chunky, but it also comes in a pureed style where you just pour the tomato in like sauce, like naked sauce. Like stripped with nothing. You add your own salt, you add your own seasonings, everything from scratch.
See, I do it like I'll cook pasta. I prefer angel hair, and then I grate the garlic onto the hot, like just raw garlic onto the hot pasta, and let the pasta
just melt it a little bit. Yeah, just soften it a little. That sounds good.
Little olive oil on there and a little 6 pepper blend.
Oh, put a couple of pine nuts on that for me, and I'm in heaven. Or some organic hemp hearts that are a little nutty that would just oh man, I would be like so in heaven with this.
It's the best, and it's like a 5-minute meal.
I'll try that. That's the best like live alone and eat right thing I've heard in a long time. I like that, Juju. We should talk.
If you want to add a little protein, get the thin cut breakfast pork chops. Those cook up in the same amount of time it takes to cook the pasta, so you can season that however you want. Or shrimp is good as well with that pasta. You can add any green you want in there. I usually spinach is like my favorite because that goes with everything. Throw some spinach on there. You're good to go. It's delicious. Also, that is the pasta. Make a little extra of it, and then the next day make a frittata. And use that pasta in the frittata.
For breakfast. I have to say that does sound delicious. Like I'm looking forward to that. But if you don't even need, like for me, if I added the organic hemp hearts, that's pure protein right there in a nutty flavor like pine nuts. Kind of give it that pesto-y feel.
And that's one less dish.
Less dish.
It's a good meal.
Teresa, that's the sandwich, that grilled cheese you showed me with the barbecued pork in it, like that's my jam, girl. Like, wow, it was like, well, I'm in love. I'm in love with
I
your
know.
food.
I really did ask
Mhm.
Teresa to move in with me, and she
Mhm.
turned me down.
Grace, I'm not vegan, but I do eat vegan food and love it. I have vegan relatives that I cook for, and I've learned how to make all the cheese sauces with like nutritional yeast and cauliflower and stuff like that. I know how to make sauces using raw cashews and things like that. Like I can even make cheese with cashews or hemp. Yep. But I'm not vegan. I like me my steak. Like, don't take my steak away from me. And damn, bacon. If you, I will fight a bee for my bacon. I'm sorry. I don't, no, I can't. I can't be vegan, but I do eat a lot of vegetables. I do believe in a healthy lifestyle, but I'm not vegan. Although I do have an adversity to, okay, I'm going to tell a story here, Juju. You're going to laugh at me. I
All
can't
right.
eat anything that looks at me or looks like what it looks like when it roams around. So if you roast the chicken and put it on the table, like I have to leave. Like you better just serve me the piece or take it off the bone and give it to me. Like I'm a baby when it comes to that stuff. But I'll eat the
Really?
chicken. I'll eat the chicken. Just don't show me the whole chicken. And damn, don't serve me a fish with the eyeball looking at me because I just have to leave the table. I just can't. I can't look at it. And I'll go to pig roast too because I love a good pig roast, but I can't look at the head end. I got to hang out at the other side.
What about tongue?
Oh, no. No.
Because tongue looks like tongue.
Tongue
Yeah.
looks like tongue, which means bear ain't going near it. Okay? No. Nope. I don't like things with the legs on it, you know,
Or like the suckers when
stuff
you
like
eat
that.
octopus and you can
Oh
see
God,
the
no. No. I can't. As a matter of fact, I love me some calamari, especially fried. But the little
Mhm.
leggies parts, I gotta like push those off onto whoever I'm eating with, and they get those, and I get the rings. Like, cause I can't look at the legs. Like, I'm like, no. And scungili salad, like it's gotta be chopped up really tiny. That's conch, It can't look like a big snail when they put it out there. And the same thing with snails. Like, I have to like not. I literally don't look at it when I eat mussels or snails. Like I actually have to, it's got to be on the half shell, already loose, and I got to just swallow it. And I swear my eyes are closed. They actually have pictures of me in restaurants with my eyes closed while I'm eating it because I can't look. I cannot look at it.
I get it though. I get it. Like if you put a whole tentacle on my plate, I'm like, even though I know that I find that delicious, that is upsetting to my brain.
You know what? You're the first person I met who also thinks that octopus is delicious. I thought it was fantastic. I loved it.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's fantastic. But when you can tell like it's a tentacle, I'm like, hey.
It does kind of feel a little funny on the tongue. I will tell you that. If you get it just right in your mouth, it's not pleasant. Yeah.
But a lot
No.
of stuff like that, I'm like, just don't tell me what it is. Like that's how I know that I like, growing up, my parents would be like, just eat it and we'll tell
Mhm.
you afterward. And I'd be like, all right.
Mm. Yeah.
So you
I
weren't, because if you know, it skews what you think about it.
yeah. You know what, rabbit? I agree. Tongue is delicious, but you gotta have it shredded. I can't look at like tongue. Like, don't slice the tongue in front of me. Okay, don't put the tongue on the table. Like, don't do it. That's all I say. Don't put the fish with the eyeball on the table. I will eat it, but like, don't show me. Don't show me. And my partners have to like do a lot of deboning. That didn't come out right, did it?
No, I had a friend who wouldn't eat chicken on the bone.
No, I don't. I prefer not to. I don't find it as pleasant. Although a good piece of fried chicken, it's got to be on the bone. I mean, I get that, but I prefer to actually have it removed. And it. mm. So it has to not look like the thing. So wings, rabbits. I think wings is a waste of time.
I do
Absolutely.
too. Too much work for not enough return.
I love the blue cheese. I love the celery, but the wings, no. Like I will make you actually chicken tenders with all of the wing sauce you want, but I will not make wings. Mm-mm. I will feed my man all of the barbecue, like South Carolina barbecue, Mexican barbecue, anything he wants, okay, in wing style, but it won't be the boned wings because that is a waste of time Absolute waste of time. There's something just disgusting about watching people eat wings too.
It is disgusting. I completely agree.
I just can't. I just can't. You know, I mean, this is like barbaric.
Well, and then I'm like, you're just paying for a whole bunch of tiny bones.
Exactly. It's overly priced. You know what I do with the wings? I make stock. Period. That's it. It's good for soup. You pull it apart. You use it to make other stuff. We do not serve it like food. Mm-hmm. Mrs. Cassandra, I agree with you. Me too. Hey, Reckon, what does this mean? Like, what is it? What is it that we said that caused you to do that? What do you think, JuJu? What do you think? I don't know. Oh.
Are wings supposed to be an appetizer? Is that true?
They're not all. Yes, they are, because they're very little. But this just even as an appetizer, give me a stuffed mushroom. Give me a shrimp cocktail. You can hold the wings. Absolutely. You know what the appetizer of that is? The celery and the blue cheese. Because I will actually dip the celery and the blue cheese, but I ain't messing with those wings. I'm just not doing it. We have a restaurant here that just does wings.
Yeah, we do too.
Yeah. And I'm like, damn, damn. But nope. And when I go in there, they actually have boneless wings, JuJu. It's chicken breast with all the rest of the stuff on it. And that's what I get.
Yeah, and everybody looks at me like, I have 2 heads. Thank you for cutting my chicken up for me.
Exactly. I'm like, yep, I get the boneless one. Like, yep.
I'm not huge on barbecue sauce, though. Like, so wings, I don't know, just are not my... Just not my jam.
What? Listen, okay. I don't know what it is between Mrs. Cassandra and Grace that got everywhere they go, they're mentioning blowjobs in the chat these days. But, there's rooms for that. Get one. That's all I got to say. The hell. Yeah.
Yet Teresa says organ meat right above it.
Oh, no. Yeah, organ meat.
But she did mean actual organ meat. You don't like organ meat, Teresa? I do like organ meat.
I'm not fond of liver, actually. But really? I do like a good steak and kidney pie.
Are you thinking of like liver and onions? Because that is like...
That is gross. And I got into so much trouble as a kid. I covered my plate with ketchup to try to hide it because I didn't want to eat it. And, sorry, I just saw something in the chat that just took my breath away. But anyway. Stop it. Anyway, I poured ketchup over the whole plate, and my aunt got so mad because she made the liver and onions that she didn't care if I ate the liver and onions, but she made me eat all of that ketchup because she said I wasted the ketchup. I was so upset. But she didn't make it again, which I guess I got my point,
See, I like liver. Liver is one of the best meals I ever had when I was in Mexico. Like I still think about it, right? You have those meals or that something you ate and you're like, wow, remember that one? Like it just randomly comes back to you and you think, I wonder if I went back there, if it would be the same or if my memory has like increased
I'm with Record. Give me a good breast any day, right? Instead of those chicken wings. Absolutely.
Yeah, D Rabbits is right. Every animal part, if done right, will be good.
It's true because Teresa said I always get the boneless ring, so basically chicken nuggets. Pretty much.
Never get them. I don't really eat chicken now. I don't think chicken is safe anymore.
Yup. Listen. This is like if you look in the chat, Shill says that Wrecker is in our dreams, peeps, stalking. You're right. Freddy Krueger now. I know. Buffalo chicken is good, Wrecker, but I don't like it with the bones. But like I do love the buffalo sauce that they put on wings. I agree with you. I do.
It's all right. I'll eat it.
Meat and greet in this mofo. Exactly, Charlie. It's all about the meat. Yes.
And the greet.
I have a teriyaki liver recipe I would like to hear about that because liver kind of gets to me, but I think if done right, I would like it. But my aunt just fried it with onions
Yeah, that's not the way to cook it. That's like the worst way to make it.
It was so gross, and I did not like it. And she said it was good for us. And of course, when you're feeding children, don't forget I was a child. Don't tell us how good it is for us. Like that automatically makes us not want to eat it.
My mom told me that's what she would tell my brother. She'd be like, "Eat it, it's good for you," and he would go, "Okay," and just eat it. And she said, "I taught him how to say no." Like I came along and I'm like, "I'm not eating that."
Yeah. Rabbit said, Freddie Recker, what's this all about? Oh, I think it's a reference to the crime that we just solved. On the back of my community tab, there will be details about the suspicions of one MC Recker. In that investigation, some things came to light of what he was saying in the chat and how he was throwing some rather bizarre statements out there that pretty much is probably going to keep him from immigrating to any other country right now. You're going to have to stay in New Zealand. Yeah.
Yeah, it does get overcooked.
Marinated chicken hearts, Korean marinated chicken heart skewers. I would believe that because I love some Korean barbecue. Like I love that pepper. That what is it? The gongjuan. It's got a really long name, rabbits. I can't even say it.
Do you ever go to the? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you ever go to the Brazilian barbecues?
I do, and all they serve is meat on a skewer, right? With the ostrich.
No, but they bring around like bowls of chicken hearts and stuff too.
They do, and they come with the skewers, right? And it's got like ostrich on it, or like you could have gazelle. Like I've eaten some strange meat at Brazilian barbecue.
Yeah, we don't eat for 24 hours before we go, and then
it's all meat too. Like it's all meat.
Like, yes, it's like it's quite disgusting what you consume in there, but and then you will not be hungry for days afterward. I mean, days.
Snake. That's it. That's exactly. I don't know how to say that, rabbits, but that's the pepper, and I use that in my kimchi fried rice. And I make Korean barbecue beef. I make bulgali or bulgali, whatever, however you say it. But the strips of meat of beef in that marinade with that pepper, and it's like fantastic. You cook it; it's a little sweet and hot at the same time. And I make it with a kimchi fried rice, which is full of vegetables and all. It's so good. Oh my God. That's one of my favorite meals. And it's quite quick to make, but it's very, very hot. And I love it. Yes, that one. Rabbits, we could talk. Yeah. I love it. Yes, Grace, it's delicious, isn't it? It's so good.
It's so good right now. I'm like, I will be.
It is so good that's Korean barbecue beef. Okay. And you cook it quick. And it's really good. You could just stir fry it in a pan really quick. The marinade is pretty quick once you get the special pepper. But this kind of special pepper is pretty much the flavor of it. You know? Oh, look at this. Record, you're so weird. I would never do anything untoward to any human. Good thing no one online is a real human. This is why we think you were trying to get us all to go to New Zealand. Like, so we could disappear like the rest of the serial characters. We understand. We're getting on to you there, dude.
Yeah, we've got your number now, sir.
You know what, rabbits? I've never made it with chicken, but I think I'm going to try. Do you have to change anything in the marinade to go with the chicken? Yep, it's full of unami, and I love that. I have an unami spice that I just love. Rabbits. It's made with mushrooms and white pepper and all kinds of other peppers and onion and garlic. And I actually sprinkle it on everything. Like
where do you get it?
I get mine. I'll send you a picture at one of our favorite places. They actually sell it at Trader Joe's. It's from Mushroom and Company. It's multi-purpose unami seasoning blend. And it's from the Japanese word savory paste. And it's got the 5 basic tastes along with sweet, sour, bitter, and salty, and umami. You sprinkle this on. It's got like everything in it. It's got mustard seed, salt, onions, porcini mushrooms, white button mushrooms, red crushed pepper, black pepper, and dried thyme. It's delicious. It's great on rice, potatoes, anything. Even sprinkle it on some mac and cheese. It's so good.
I was like, it sounds good.
It is. It's really good. And that's also where I got the specialty pepper fermented paste that you need. Or a good Chinese grocer has it cheap in a can. cheap.
Yes, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Trader Joe's, you can get a lot of this because a friend of mine and I were looking up specific spices to see. We have a spice shop like near our house that we go to. That's really like you go in there for one thing and you're in there for 5 hours.
Yep.
Looking at all of it.
And you're so right, Rabbits, that unami spice is the Japanese. Everything is a bagel, but I also get everything but the bagel from Trader Joe's. They have that spice there too. Juju, it's got everything that you put on an everything bagel, but without the bagel. Which I love to sprinkle on my avocado toast. Do you like avocado toast? Because sprinkling everything but the bagel spice on avocado toast is like the jam. It's so good.
I had the 6 pepper blend to my avocado.
Oh, I love that. Ooh,
sometimes I just go plain cracked black pepper. Depends on my mood that evening. But
I
love avocado toast.
Oh, me too. It's one of my favorite go-tos. That, unfortunately, a green kale smoothie. Those are my 2 favorite breakfasts. Also, I go on all spectrums here, people. Macaroni cheese with scrambled eggs. Like, I cook the scrambled eggs in heating the macaroni and cheese up in the frying pan. Don't laugh. Don't stick your nose up until you try it.
Because I'm telling you, to try that this week, and I haven't done it yet.
It is the bomb. It is so good. It is so good. I mean, if you like mac and cheese and you're not opposed to eggs, how can you go wrong? It's so damn good.
Do you do it with homemade macaroni and cheese?
I do it with all kinds of macaroni and cheese, yes.
And then you just cook scrambled eggs and put it on top of macaroni and cheese?
No, I break up the macaroni and cheese in the frying pan. I'll whip up the eggs in a bowl, pour it in there, and scramble it all together. Heating everything up as I go.
So you're using leftover macaroni and cheese in scrambled eggs?
Yep. It's delicious. It's one of the best breakfasts. I know, Wrecker, me too. Like, when's dinner?
I fully believe that is delicious.
Wrecker, are you not having lunch? Like, isn't it your lunchtime? You're hanging out with us over here on your work day. Like, I'm hungry too. Like, I need to eat my pasta tonight. Like, well,
I'm making macaroni and cheese this week. So
okay, so then next week when you have all that leftover, right? You save some. It's great to do with little, like if you only have a little bit, you could freeze it in baggies, like flat, right? Just a small portion to make with eggs in the morning. It would heat up in the pan there, Juju. You would have macaroni and cheese eggs anytime you want it.
Do you know I make a lot of things in mini bread loaf pans? So like I'll make macaroni and cheese, but I'll make like 10 of them in the mini meatloaf, or I call them mini meatloaf pans. But then you can freeze them and just take one little pan out. And then it's like 1 or 2 servings. Or I do that with like meatloaves too. And then I'm like, oh, more people are coming over. I'll just take out 3 mini meatloaves.
Oh, Juju, here, Rabbit said, when you do your individual pepper on your avocado, try that Szechuan or long pepper instead of black pepper by itself. It's really good. I do that with chili. I do that with the small chilies there. Rabbits, it's so good. Oh my God, they're so good. Sweet chilies too.
Oh, sorry. I was going to screenshot that.
Oh, I'll put it back up. Like, you want me to
I got it. I got it.
Okay. All right. Yes, Wrecker, it does slap hard. And let me tell you, next time you try it, when you get the onami spice, that's on its way to New Zealand, you try it with that, and it's going to be like one of the best things you've ever ate. Like, I didn't think I could make mac and cheese and eggs any better until I started putting that seasoning on it.
Dude, pasta with eggs is surprisingly good.
It is. You know what? Chefs eat that at home when they come. They make carbonara with the egg sauce on pasta in the pan really quick.
Oh, yeah, that's
one of the, with Parmesan cheese. That's what the chefs eat themselves. They feed themselves that all the time in the middle of the night. You can't go wrong adding eggs. And I have to tell you, the mac and cheese and eggs thing is really great as a hangover rest for the next day. Or if you have to eat something because you've been out drinking all night and you want to absorb what's left, like mac and cheese and eggs, people, it's protein and it's going to absorb like with the carbohydrates. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
Greasy cheese. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, rodent. Oh, read this one. Here you go, Juju. Oh, wait, this one. Bacon wrapped jalapeno peppers stuffed with mac and cheese. Yes, you can die now. I hear you. I've actually done that because I had a whole lot of jalapeno peppers in the yard and I had leftover mac and cheese. It is actually really good. It is actually really good.
I love jalapenos. I love them.
Fish Nerd said, does that spice have any chili seasoning? Let me read. I do believe it does. Yes, it has crushed red pepper, and crushed red pepper is a chili.
I enjoy that you have that right next to you.
Because I just used it because I put it on my pasta. I did because I brought it in from the kitchen. Yes, I do. I have it right here, and I was looking right at the level. You know what else I have right next to me that I have? Now this one's gonna gross you out a little bit. I have the one and only bay sauce that you need, which is a hot sauce. It's a hint of sweetness with the perfect kick, mild. And it is the one made with turmeric. So it's a little orange and it's called skinny habanero sauce. It's made with habanero peppers, which are quite hot.
Yep.
And vinegar and turmeric and garlic. And I believe it has a little pineapple in it. That's why I got it, because I love the sweetness of pineapple with heat, you know. And it is a season 9 hot one. And it is real ingredients, all organic. Habanero, onion, garlic, jalapeno, turmeric, salt, cumin, black pepper, ginger, and pineapple. That's my hot sauce.
So I grew up, my parents gardened a lot and grew a lot of peppers.
Yeah.
And they grew habaneros. And then it became a game to like just like if they made an omelet, they would put in enough habanero that it would, but wouldn't tell you, and would like shock you when you took a bite, because you're just like, oh, this is my generic little omelet, and then you're like, holy cow, that's all habanero. And then they would just laugh and laugh at you, and then it just became like a cruel game where we'd be like, how much habanero until we like make someone cry.
Wow.
And we would just like ruin people's dinner. I mean, it didn't ruin it.
You sound like my brothers that sit around there and see who could tolerate the hottest of anything. They have like contests right there at dinner. Do that. You make people cry though, JuJu?
Well, we made jalapeno chicken. I still make it, which is delicious. And we still say, remember that one time where you had to like take a bite and then take a break.
Wow.
But
that's some good chicken. You got to take one bite and then take a break, like in between. That's hot. That sounds delicious. I think I would like that.
I'll send it to you. It's so good.
Oh, please send it to me. Yeah. I want that recipe, and I think I want your mac and cheese because you make it like from scratch, really good. Well, Aaron says that chicken nuggets are good for hangovers and they require a little work. And Rabbits backed him up and said, "Yup, that's what you have when you're drinking, cause for the next day." Okay.
Oh no, she has an allergy to chili type peppers, even sweet bell.
Yes, Ricker, my hot sauce was on Hot Ones. It's locally made here, and it was rated number 9, actually. And actually, it's made by it was started in somebody's kitchen here in Jersey. And my sister is good friends with the person who actually got it mass produced. ShopRite bought the product and now mass produces it. So, yep, it was on Hot Ones. Oh, Grace, I have to tell you, I love the pineapple salsa at Trader Joe's. I can't go in there without getting it. And then I come home and it only lasts a day in my house because it doesn't matter what I have. Crackers, apples, chips, whatever. I'm eating that pineapple salsa. Like it's gone. Like really
I've
quick.
never tried it.
Oh, it's so good. Do you like pineapple? Because it's like, so I love sweet and hot together.
I love pineapple, yeah.
And when I make my pineapple pizza, it's loaded with chilies and it's got pickled onions. It's a little odd, but it's based on unami. Okay. There's no tomato sauce.
I've been like cooking and eating with the same people for too long. I need like a new influx where I'm like,
we can hang. I've been sending you recipes since the day we started talking. Like we've been swapping. Like I'm free with my marinades and I've learned. I'll tell you, I'm that nerd that I love to cook for the people in my life. I tell you, the nurturing part of me loves to make people happy with food. I like to entertain with food. I like to make people happy with food, simple food, complicated food, whatever kind of food. It's just a thing. It's just the nurturing part of me.
See, I don't mind cooking. I don't particularly love it. And like I live alone, so I have a lot of like 5-minute meals because
Mhm.
that's about how much patience I have for cooking for
Yeah,
myself.
but you know what? Those can be really, really great too when done right. And it's just the thought that you put into it or what you combine together. I used to go out of my way, and for my friends and family and like my partners, for their birthday, I would learn their favorite dish from their favorite cuisine, like Thai or Chinese or Indian. And I would learn all of the spice blends and the sauces and learn how to make that for them, you know. Or I would throw a dinner party and the guest of honor, I would ask them their 10 favorite things to eat. And I would do the whole menu around it, like have something they like all over. I would have fun with food and making people happy, like spoil them with food. Yeah.
You
Well,
got it, Mousy. I'm on it.
what you say? Mango peach salsa is good too. They have that at Trader Joe's too. And it's really good. You're right, Grace, on pork chops. It's so good with pork and chicken.
See, I don't like fruit with my meat. I don't know. The
I
combination.
have a girlfriend like that too. She doesn't, and you can't put them on the same plate. She gets really upset.
I mean, I don't
Like,
care if they touch on my plate, but like, don't put sweet. Don't put the fruit.
mhm.
I don't know. I don't like it together.
Yeah, she left my house once because I made drunk chicken, and it's like made in a crock pot with wine and cherries, and it turns the chicken breast purple, like all the way through. And it takes like 2 days to make. And she actually took one look at the chicken and saw the cherry in the pot. She left. She's like that upset about it. Like she goes, I hate meat and fruit. Like no way. And she left. Yep.
I'm like, I appreciate that because people always look at me like I'm crazy when I say it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't like ketchup.
That does sound good. I'm not a fan of ketchup myself. Mango pineapple salsa with chili powder is good over pork. I agree. Add some chili to it. Oh, that sounds good. I would eat that.
Graduated to a rice cooker.
I don't believe this, Record. You cook for yourself all the time, but it's edible.
Well, cooking for one person is a far different endeavor. It really is. Where you're like,
mm-hmm.
I don't know. I make a lot of like omelets.
Or if True, Daniel. An omelet. What about like? Do you have a lot of implements for making things like specialty things like waffle makers, ice cream makers, or rice cookers like this? Or how about? Do you have a food processor?
No. Nope. I don't have any of that.
How about a KitchenAid, like a mixer?
No.
Okay, this is why you don't cook a lot for yourself. You're making it too damn hard.
Okay. For my last house had a kitchen that we called it a one-butt kitchen because literally only one person could stand in there. Mm-hmm. And the amount of counter space I had was maybe 2 feet wide, maybe. And my oven was like small, half size, like RV oven.
Mm-hmm.
So I just didn't have a kitchen to store things in. And when people would come over to make dinner, they would bring all of those things to my house.
Mm-hmm.
And we would use their items. And then when I moved in here, I didn't even have a coffee pot. So
I can expand your world right now because I kind of agree with Rabbits here, but I'm going to take it a little bit farther. You only need to learn one technique for cooking for yourself. It's stir fry. Because
I do agree with that.
You can make anything Chinese, Japanese. You can make Indian food using stir fry techniques and Mexican. You just need the flavor profiles, which I can send to you, like what onion, garlic, oregano, and cumin.
No, stir fry is the best to use up all the stuff in your fridge too.
It is
when you have leftovers. Like a quarter of a zucchini left and half a red pepper. You're like, just dice that up and throw it in there.
Exactly. And when you have no protein, add an egg. It's all you got to do. Period. I'm telling you, because with stir fry, you can make lo mein. You can throw some leftover spaghetti in there and turn it into. I'm telling you, that's the technique you learn. Big frying pan. You don't even need a wok. All right. Italian too, right? You everything like just one meal, one pan. It's a technique. It's just a quick cook technique. It's so good.
Yeah, see, Mythic gets it. You just can't be bothered to make food when you live alone.
Yeah, I do love to cook, but I don't cook for myself. I'll tell you that. I'm with you guys. in the microwave.
Or I make something on Monday, and that is what I eat all week.
I'm blessed with having people like I get a lot of food already made for me because I try out stuff that my friend makes in the catering place, and I get. I'm a little pampered that way because they just like to send me stuff like that because I always treated them really well too, and so I don't have to cook for myself a lot, but when I do, it's usually very simple. I'll agree, Juju. It's usually mac and cheese and eggs or a quick salad. Or oh God, I'll make grilled cheese like 10,000 different ways. I love grilled cheese.
I love a grilled cheese too.
I love tomato sandwiches. I'm a big fan of peanut butter, chocolate, banana, anything like that. Like I goof off because I'm older now. I'll eat whatever. And I'm also not opposed to having ice cream for dinner.
I totally do that, D-Rabbits. I just eat out of the pan.
I do. I eat it right out.
Because I'm like, I'm not washing another dish.
I'm so glad we could start our commune now, like our happy life commune, because we don't have to worry about dishes or anything. Like you don't even need a plate. Bring the pan to the table with the thing to heat underneath it, and you don't do it. That's it. I get it. I'm with you, Mrs. Cassandra. Grilled cheese and tomato soup is what go-to. Like that is
I'm a roasted red pepper soup over tomato soup.
Yeah, because I like them combined. Actually, I like to mix them.
Tomatoes, I am like. It can make me sick, so I have to be like really in the right mood for them.
Mm-hmm. I've heard this about Australian mangoes. I have to be in the right mood too, but I like Australian mangoes best. They aren't as stringy. I've heard this, but I want to try it. Like I will have to do that because I do. Some mangoes are so stringy, especially when you're making the mango curry, Wrecker, which I know you love spicy mango curry. Like, that stuff is the jam, but it can be quite cumbersome to make with the stringiness of the mangoes. Like when you're cutting them and all, it's just difficult to deal with. Yeah. Mangoes is one of those fruits. Like you got to figure out how to peel it. You got to figure out how to get it off the seed. Like it's just a thing. But I will admit that those strings came in handy when I was a kid because we used to make angelfish out of them. We used to suck the meat off the pit and then shape those fibers into like the fins of angelfish and dry them out. I don't know why, but I remember doing that with my brothers and sisters. We used to do that.
Yes. That's awesome.
I know. It was like weirdos that we were, but it was fun. Yep. Uber Eats does my cooking for anything more exotic. Like, that's good. I don't play. At least you take good care of yourself. At least you eat other things than like what you can just throw in a microwave. I got to give you credit for that.
Well, and I'm spoiled too because I lived right near. All of my friends were very close. Like we were within blocks of each other, and so, we would go. Well, what are you doing tonight? You want to have? I'm making this. Do you want to come over for dinner? And we didn't even have to like hang out after dinner. Like people would just come in. We'd all eat together. Leave. But then you always, because it was a lot of us who like were single or just a married couple. And we were like, we're not cooking just for ourselves.
Right.
Or I would make something and get sick of it. So I'd be like, do you guys want the rest of this lasagna? And people are always like, yes, absolutely.
Wow. That's so. Rabbits, I love me some jerk chicken too. I love jerk spices. I love Caribbean food. We have some great Caribbean restaurants here on the shore. I just love them. We got Portuguese restaurants. They make this chicken dish with olives. Oh, it's so good. I have to learn how to make that one. I haven't learned how to make that one yet. Well, that's so good. Beans and rice is always a classic. I have to say, if you can make good beans and rice, you are definitely partner material. Every one of us. It's like a staple.
I don't know if I've ever made beans and rice, red beans and rice.
Have you ever made black-eyed peas for for New Year's for good luck?
No.
Okay. Have you? do you know how to make collards?
No.
Oh my. Okay. What is your signature dish? Well, you already told me it's your mac and cheese. So I think
if I think of the things people ask me to make, it's my mac and cheese, my pulled pork, and then I have a couple chicken recipes. that.
Well, that's
I mean,
good.
that's like what's most requested.
Pulled pork is a good one to have. I have that one too.
Meatballs. I make really good meatballs. That's what.
Oh yeah, I do too, and I always freeze them and then serve them because there's something that they get just so tender. You know what I mean? Like they just get so tender. I don't ever serve them the day I make them. And that happened because I used to make them for the holidays, and I had like all these people, and I would have to make them like a month ahead of time, and I would freeze them, and then I would take them out, and they were just so delicious, and everybody would ask for them. So now it's just routine. When I make a big pot of them, I freeze it.
Well, that's what I made it because it was my friend's birthday, and that was her favorite meal. So I like got a recipe, figured out how to make them, and then she was like, "Those were the best I've ever had." And everyone who was at that meal like keeps asking me for it, and I'm like, "They're super easy to make, guys. Like, I don't know why you like them so much. I think maybe it was the sentiment behind them that made them taste better."
Yeah, I do admit that those things I mentioned, Grace, are quite Southern traditions for me because I'm an East Coaster and rather Northern, and actually quite the eclectic family, European and all of that. But we do have quite a few Southern traditions in the family also, and those are some of them. The black eyed peas and the collards are like in making pulled pork and pig roasts and good fried chicken. I can even make a mean pitcher of sweet tea. Classic. But I've learned all of that for the people. What? I'm sorry.
Those are in mine. Like that's not Southern cooking. It's not in my.
No, it's just like good things to have, like that make people happy. Yeah, I'll tell you. I just like. I do like rice and beans is a good thing to eat. Rice in general is a nice thing to add because it just extends the calories and the bulk. And then you just add some protein and you add some vegetables and you're done. Daniel, that's great. You just make the rice and then you just add the chicken to it with salt. It's simple and good and fits the thing. Collard greens are tricky rabbits. They can be slimy. They could be perfect. They could be either two or not. Like you got to be careful with your collards. Yeah.
Yeah. And okra. Okra's too slimy for me.
Okra's too slimy, but I love a good fried okra. And give me fried green tomatoes any day of the week, man. And I got to say, I know a man who makes fried green tomatoes, and he's a keeper. So whoever gets a hold of him, keep them. Yeah. So, But I will say, Juju, it's quite annoying that all of my exes have their new partners call me up for food recipes.
Do they? You know what? That is a comp. That is another one.
They quit me, but they can't quit my food. They don't want nothing to do with me, but they want my food. I'm like, nope. What the heck is that? It's a compliment, but damn, tell your new woman to learn how to cook on her own.
Yep, figure it out.
Figure it out.
Something we call egg in a cup, and all of my exes ever have been like, "Hey, how do you make that egg in the cup?" I'm like, "Should have learned it when you were around."
Yeah, should have not cheated on me. Then maybe you'd be eating it. There you go. But like, there you go. Out you go. Like, yep. No, it is a compliment, but nope, they ain't getting the recipes. That's it. Everybody in my family gets them though, and I'll share them with friends and all. Just like I just don't appreciate the new ones calling me up for.
I know that is rude.
Especially since they know why we're not together anymore. Don't be like lusting after my food when you couldn't keep it in your pants with somebody else. Like the hell with that.
You had no respect for me.
Exactly. There's more respect for my table than you did anything else. Like, get out of here. I do love ramen too, Mrs. Cassandra. Ramen is like can be a whole exquisite adventure of its own. Like they make a pork belly ramen that's just Do you have like by you, Juju, one of those like ramen places, like the wing place? All they do is ramen. That's all they do. Ramen, yeah, ramen. That's all they do.
You know what one of my favorite foods is, and it's so simple? Falafels.
I love it. Oh my god, I love it. And I don't like tzatziki sauce. I don't like tahini sauce. I like tzatziki sauce, the sour cream one. The yogurt one with the cucumbers.
Cucumber garlic.
I don't like the tahini sauce from the seed that you put on it. I like the other sauce instead. But I love me some falafel. And also, they're mentioning now my favorite thing in the world to eat, almost like I grew up on this because we didn't have a lot of money when we were younger. And I think that's where a lot of our Southern recipes come from. My mother made the best damn biscuits and gravies ever. And I love me some biscuits and gravy. White sausage gravy made with pork, made with bacon fat, and the biscuits made with lard, a little bit of bacon fat in there for flavor. Oh my God. Southern biscuits and gravy will send me over the moon. And you just can't get it out. Like nobody makes it good. It's like glue when you get it out. You gotta make it from scratch. It's so good.
You've never tried American biscuits?
What?
Buttermilk ones.
Buttermilk biscuit. Yeah, buttermilk biscuit. I'm going to make that for him someday. Somehow, some way, I'm going to make this man a real biscuit, like an American Southern buttermilk biscuits.
Buttermilk
out of
biscuits
this world.
Are like biscuits and gravy does look disgusting on the plate though, but it's so delicious. And
it is so good. Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it should be good, but it is good.
It's a milk gravy for one, because it's a white gravy, but it's delicious. And Wrecker gumbo, man, I'll give you a recipe if you want to learn how to make it. It's delicious. It could actually end up to be quite filling and cheap. You could freeze it and heat it up. Do you make gumbo, JuJu?
I never have, but I eat it.
It is so good.
Done wrong, it ruins my whole day. You're right. And biscuits and gravy, that's not something I eat very often, maybe once every few years.
It's pretty calorie heavy, but it is heaven. I agree with you. It's right in heaven. Right in heaven.
If you done wrong, you're going to have biscuits and gravy. That's just don't eat. Well, and drink heavily the night before. Like, that's a great hangover food.
Teresa, you are going to get so popular. She makes biscuits and gravy. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. See, this is why people want you to move in. We're going to all come and live by you.
I know. Teresa rejected my offer.
Yes, pork sausage. It has to be pork sausage. Take it out of the skin, crumble it yourself, or get it ground fresh. Oh, my God. Oh, rabbits. Crawdaddies. Oh, my God. Rabbits, I love. Oh, my God. I could talk food with these men and these women. Like, y'all just come. Let's just start a commune, please. We all need
used
to eat
go
together.
Fishing for crawdads when I was little.
Listen, just the group of us here. It's just one person cooked a day. Like, we'd all only have to cook like twice a month. And we'd eat the best damn food on the planet. Like, listen to you all. Oh, my foodies, my people. Wow.
I'm like, that would be fun. Wouldn't it be fun? That would be like just a big table outside.
Yeah, right? And we'd just like make stuff. Like, yep. Just have a big communal kitchen where it's not so expensive. All the pantries are full with everything you need. Everybody chipping up. It'd be so great.
Well, Mousie's a big gardener. We could get her to grow the food.
We would have to, so we have chickens, we might as well have a farm. Let's do the whole damn thing. The happy life commune.
I mean, I'm in. That's my
I'm in. And Wrecker, when you're not studying, he says, when I'm not studying my brains out, I'll have to try to cook more food. I'll tell you what, when you're on break in between your semesters, I'll send you the gumbo recipe. And if we can gather all the ingredients, I will teach you how to make something different. Anything you want. Even if it is your favorite mango spicy curry recipe. Yeah, I can find. Yeah, I probably have a recipe for anything you want to make because that's how many recipes I have.
You know what? One of my favorite things too, though, is when you make a recipe or like when I try a new recipe, and then I'm like, all right, everyone, let's rate and review this, and what are we changing next time? Because you always have to like, all right, like this would be better.
That's how I perfected my vegan Alfredo sauce, which is made with cauliflower and nutritional yeast and some cashews. Because no one could tell that it wasn't cheese sauce, for one. But they all were offended by all the ingredients, so I do actually have a recipe. I do have a recipe for poutine rabbits. Yeah, they were just absolutely they just ate it all. and then complained about it. There wasn't a scrap of it left, Juju. It was at a Christmas party, and they made it for my one niece who is vegan, and I put like vegetables and all in it. It was a Alfredo. It had a pasta sauce. It had it was really good. That's the one that has the fresh peas in it. That I like. I said, well, you might like this because like the peas aren't mushy, but they ate every scrap of it. Then they all asked for the recipe, and then they all wanted to powwow with me because I sent them the recipe, and it was like, "What the hell is this, Aunt Claire? What the hell is this? There is no cheese in the Alfredo." And I'm like, "That's right, there's not. That's what the nutritional yeast is for." And they were like, "This is wrong. This is false advertising. You told us it was Alfredo. Alfredo is a cheese sauce." I'm like, "Listen, I told you nothing except for it was vegan Alfredo. Period. I labeled it appropriately." Like,
if it said vegan Alfredo, what they think was in it.
Yeah, exactly. And it didn't say vegetarian, but that was a whole big discussion. Do you know that discussion took like 3 hours at a party once? The difference between vegetarianism and vegan, because like my family just didn't get it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I've had poutine, and I can make poutine. It's all about the gravy, though, rabbits. You have to have a really good gravy. You're going to judge it and give you the correct one. Actually, send me the correct one because I can guarantee you mine is not good. Here's my poutine recipe. I make the French fries, okay? But I make them thick, okay? And I put them on a plate. And then I get leftover brown gravy from either stew or from when I make, what do you call those? Swiss steak, right? With the mushrooms in it. I drizzle it on there, okay? And then I put mozzarella cheese on it. Or cheddar, depending on what I have. That's my poutine. It's a lousy recipe, Rabbits. That's it. So send me the real recipe. I'll wait, okay? And all I have to say in my credit is at least I didn't use tater tots.
See, I sort of want to cook everything in front of D Rabbits and then have them be like, no, actually use this spice. I feel like it would really improve a lot of things I make.
Yeah, he just freaked out over the mozzarella. I do use cheddar more often, but I do like it with mozzarella once in a while. I do. I can't help it. But give me some credit. I didn't use tater tots like most Americans would. Like, come on.
Oh, hell no.
Wrecker, I'm sorry we got you drooling. But, that... But, right, Juju, isn't that one of my favorite things to do anyway? So, like, yay, it's a win. Sunday.
Yep.
If Wrecker's standing in a puddle, I'm happy. Yeah, think what you want, people, but it's true. Oh my God. Anyway, I can't wait. Do you make your gravy from scratch? Like really? I thought poutine was like a put together meal that you used like leftover stuff. Cheddar cheese curds are great in poutine. I agree. But like here in America, it's hard to find curds unless you're in Wisconsin, fish nerd. I need me some curds, actually. I love curd, but I don't get a lot of it here in New Jersey. So like
no, and even if you find curds around like where I live, they're not good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're like, this was a trick.
Yeah. I know. I would not put tater tots in it. I said, give me credit. I at least used big chips, like big fries, like, wedges, like appropriately. I didn't use the tater tots, but here in America, when they try to make that, they would use tater tots because like they tried to do that.
Americans, we're just like, that's the same thing, right? Just put tater tots in there.
Put the tater tots in there. No, I mean poutine is like it's like potato and gravy and cheese and delicious, absolutely delicious. Okay, but the cheese is like curds, like if you get it the real way. And when I did go to Minneapolis, I did have it and it had curds in it. But the gravy wasn't very good. It was like diner gravy. It was like, you ever go to diner gravy? It's like yellow or orange. Gross. It was gross. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's like gravy from a packet.
Exactly. It's disgusting. Like I just can't. The cheese is the key. I agree. The sauce and fries are easy. I send it to me, Rabbits. I'll teach Wrecker how to make it quick and easy where he is. But what can we use instead of cheese curds? What's acceptable if you're not don't have curds that are, easy to get a hold of.
Fishner could start a business sending
With cheese
all
curd.
of us
Cheese curds.
Like, you could really upcharge all of us, Fishner, and send us quality cheese.
Yes, fish nerds. If you mean what's coming to me is curds, I am so happy right now. That would be awesome. Cheeseburger, French fry casserole? Daniel, expand on this. Is it ground beef with cheddar cheese, or is it actually like cheeseburgers with French fries, like chopped up? Like, I need answers. I need answers here.
I do too, because I'm listening.
I
It
need
could
to know
either
about
be
this.
really good or just go terribly wrong.
Rabbit said French fries, sauce gravy, not sure about the word gravy, and fresh cheese curds. Halloumi! I love halloumi! Thank you! That you just might have saved my poutine. It's so great. That's a sound bite right there. Clip that. Okay. Yeah.
Dude, we should take our show on the road and just go visit everyone in the chat. Like, cook with them.
Yeah, Bear and Bee, come check out your kitchen. Feed us, and we'll talk
Bear
about
and
it.
Bee
Yes.
eats.
Bear and Bee eat. There you go, and talk food with everybody. Yeah.
I mean, that could be a good show.
Wrecker, if you make your own curds, I'm getting a ticket, man. I'm telling you that now. I might even forget you're a serial killer and risk going to New Zealand.
Look at Daniel James. D Rabbits is in. All right.
Okay, here we go. Okay. So we got ground beef, cheddar cheese soup, cream of mushroom soup, mix and spread in a casserole dish, top with frozen French fries, and bake for a while. You know what? That sounds simple, easy casserole style. There you go. There you go. I would try that because I'm not opposed to using soup to cook. I think that's a great, if you're on your own, it's a great shortcut to making all the basic sauces. Most of these canned soups do come from a basic sauce, like cheese, like a cheese sauce or a cream sauce. So yeah, why not? Why not?
Okay, when you see that recipe, aren't you automatically like, all right, well, I would add some onion to that. Like, I'm already.
No, I would. I already did worse than that. It's garlic, onion, and mushrooms are in there with the ground beef. I've grated a carrot. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm like. All right. So basically, I'm not making this recipe at all.
No, I am. It's gonna be like that. It's just gonna be prettier, Daniel. It's gonna be like, wow, what'd you do to it? But I can't leave it alone. But I like the premise of it. I'm not opposed to the soup at all. Because the canned soups, cream soups, like they are the best for adding to make a really quick casserole anyway. If you're cleaning out your refrigerator, the best thing you can have in your cabinet is a couple of these creamier based soups that are like
chicken and mushroom soup is delicious.
It is. And it makes a great casserole with rice and leftover vegetables or a frozen bag of vegetables. If you need something quick to serve more than 4 people, bam, done. Yep. And you can make it fancy, just like JuJu and I did in our heads.
I did. Well, that's what I'm like.
Wait, did you go so far as to actually put the breadcrumbs on the top? Like, did you do that? Like, because I did. I was actually in the frying pan with the breadcrumbs and the butter, making a topping for those French fries. Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you this. So I am not huge on small breadcrumbs. I mean, I like those if I'm making like my thyme chicken, like chicken bien. Then I'll use the smaller breadcrumbs. But on top of casseroles, I like to like tear my bread into chunks. And
so do I. Yes, that's how I top like my meat with red, my meat with brown. Like when you just make like brown meat and gravy and onions, and then you serve it on egg noodles, and I top it with breadcrumbs. It's always those fresh torn bread with butter, like tossed up in the pan. And that's what I'm putting on the fries, actually. That's exactly what I did in my head. Like, delicious. We just got the nicest compliment. Look at this. Wait. Look at this. Teresa said, I'm in the kitchen now. I swear I could listen to you guys talk all day. Aw.
Thanks,
Teresa.
Teresa.
That's so nice.
Teresa knows how to throw in a really smooth compliment that's just so heartwarming. Like, it's a great skill she has.
I believe you did, Daniel. We don't need the cooking time in the temp because like casseroles, like that's just a thing you just test it as you go. And absolutely, I believe you cleaned out that dish every time you had it because it does sound quite good.
And it also sounds like a great dish for kids. You know, because like my friends' kids will be like, one time they said, we do not like the food that you buy. And I was like, what? But like I buy extra sharp cheddar cheese. You know, I don't have American cheese in the plastic wrap.
Aaron, I love that you know what better than bouillon broth reductions are. They are concentrated for making gravy. It's like having the paste. It's like having veal demi-glace in a jar, but it's less expensive. And when they made that organic, I went off the charts. Like I have every one. I have the chicken, I have the beef, I have the beef with mushroom, and I have the vegetable. I have them all. Like I believe in keeping a pantry to where I can make anything like from scratch that I want. And like I better that than the fresh ingredients. I always have to go to the store like to make something. But my pantry's lit. Yeah.
I have the first episode of Bear and Bee Eats is you come to my house and judge my kitchen because I think you would hate it.
We could do that. Take a video of your kitchen. This is what you do for next week's show. I want you to just send me a couple of still shots. I want you to open your pantry if you have one, or your cabinet, or wherever, and just take a picture. Okay, and that's it. And just send it to me. I'm gonna judge your pantry. We'll start small. We'll start small.
I'm like, I already feel shame. I don't have a pantry.
Well, you could. Well, no, you don't have to have a pantry. You have to have a cabinet that you keep basic staples like spices and chilies in a can.
Okay,
or
in my
salsa.
defense, I did just recently clean out my spice drawer and it is empty. Because
do you have a can of tomato paste in your house?
No.
You don't have a pantry, boo. You know.
I don't even think I have rice.
Scrap that episode. That's like we just did it. We judged it right now. Fail. Look, we stamped it. No pantry. Okay.
Popcorn.
I think next week we should talk about what is a basic pantry. Like you don't have to be a fancy. You don't have to do like I do and want to cook all the cuisines and get all fancy. But everybody needs a basic pantry to be able to make things. Certain spices, certain things that are really like. For one thing, the best thing that you can buy in the frozen food section right now, dollar for dollar, like bang for your buck, is chopped spinach. The work it takes to make that box, how much spinach it takes, that's the best value in the frozen food store. The other thing you buy are your frozen berries, like strawberries and blueberries, because the seasons are so short. They're really, like we could talk about this shit forever.
I do have a whole section in my freezer of frozen berries and frozen vegetables, because if I have like a veggie that's starting to go bad, or if like my spinach starts to go bad, I just drop it in the freezer, because I'm like, you can add that into anything or add it into a smoothie, you know.
Aaron, you got 10 types of better than bouillon. I need to know what the other ones are. I think my area is holding me back from because I can only find like 5. We got to talk. I feel it.
See, I have things to cook, but people will look in my pantry and think that I do not have stuff to cook because I do not keep a lot around.
Yeah, but I'm sure you could cook, but some people just don't want to like invest in a whole. First of all, stuff expires. Even spices and canned goods, they do expire. So you don't want to waste the money on it. I get it. But
I just went through a lot of my spices because I'm like, this spice, I've had it for 10 years.
There are certain things I keep just because I want to clean out the refrigerator and not waste whatever I buy. So I keep cans of curry paste in different varieties, like the ginger curry, the green, the orange, the red, the yellow, different spice blends in curry paste. And I get those from the Chinese market. They're really cheap. They're less than $1 a can.
Well, and on a regular basis, I go through like it's a corner cabinet. I go through it and I pull stuff out and sit it on my counter. And I'm like, you have to cook with this so it doesn't go bad.
Exactly. And me too. The best thing you could buy at Trader Joe's are their frozen rice mixes. Like it's already cooked and it's in the microwavable bag. They make vegetable. They make stir fried one. They make a vegetable one. They make one with just some seasoning on it. That's the best thing for a single person to have. You could like stir fry up anything. I make my kimchi rice actually with it. All I didn't got to do is get the grandmother's kimchi, which is like the best kimchi in the world.
Well, I buy the steam fresh veggies too. Like I will.
I love those. I love those. The broccoli, all of them. They're so good.
They're if you get them on sale when they're like $1, and then like I'll just be like, tonight I'm having a bag of broccoli for dinner. It's good. Like or keep some hard boiled eggs in the fridge. Meals done.
Yeah, I have a lot of spices because I like to cook. I like to cook a lot of ethnic food. I like a lot of variety if I'm cooking. Like I want to make something, and I like it to be authentic.
And that's I don't cook unless I mean I can't say I don't cook, but I always really like cook for myself.
Like I have chipotle pepper, ground chipotle pepper, because I want like more smoky flavored chili. You know, I have the ingredients that I need for a mole sauce, things like that. You know, basics like the separation.
And I'll sub in the same, like I'll just be like, use 6 pepper blend for that. Like we'll just put in 6 pepper blend.
Yeah, but like a jar of cumin, you know, a package of cumin will last you a long time. You use it for Mexican food. You use it for Indian food.
I mean, I agree. I have cumin.
Yeah. Yeah. So you use that in a lot of different flavor profiles. It adds the heat, you know. But that's actually
what? I'm like, come on over and improvise with what's in my. I mean,
I bet you he could.
I have a lot of I do have food. And most of my meals I do make up. But I just buy what I'm going to eat for the week. I just don't keep a lot of extra on hand. You know, I'm like, this week. And when you live by yourself, you like if I buy produce, like you have to get to work on that so it doesn't go bad, and that's what you're eating for the week.
And that's an art, and that's where that one pan cooking and that being able to make a casserole and having some items in your pantry are going to benefit. Nothing goes bad. Like you're going to be able to turn those vegetables into something, like, you know, and all of that fresh stuff into something. Like
DJ Rabbits gets it.
Oh God, he said Debbie Glass. Look at you, fancy cook. Pro tip: never try to make it on your own. Absolutely not. It's wasteful to try to make it on your own. Absolutely, I would never. But thanks for the compliment. Kind of. Yeah. But also, I agree. Nor bouillon cubes work in a pinch, because you cannot make really good egg drop soup unless you're actually using a bouillon cube. I'll stand by that, because it has to be clear broth. Like, you ever have egg drop soup where they beat the egg in the soup real quick and it's like shred? Like, and you can. My mom used to make that for me when I was sick at home. Just a bouillon cube, you know. And make the pot. If sometimes she put a little fresh parsley in it to make it fancy, but then just beat the egg in there. That's it. Simple, delicious, and good for Tommy. But you know what, JuJu? We got like 6 minutes. Wow. If we're talking food, like I could sit here forever though, but that wouldn't be good. Yeah,
I know.
I'm with you. I love one pan cooking.
I do too.
Rabbits, you're welcome for our commune. A lot of us live alone and we like food. And when we start this commune, I'm going to send you the address. We haven't decided what country we're going to be in yet, but there's quite a few of us that have decided.
I'm going to hit you up for a particular recipe that I fail at every
time.
Want
the poutine. I want the poutine recipe with the gravy. But actually, you kind of told me halloumi. Let's see. Oh my goodness.
What?
I just have to tell you that Aaron Reese has a sexy pantry.
Did he just post in the pantry?
Yes, he did. He sent me a picture of his pantry. Those are the kind of DMs I can accept from men. Like, send me your pantry, people. Like,
check out my spices, Claire.
No, seriously. When I show you, I'm not kidding. This is like lit. Like, Aaron, I'm sorry. Is it okay to put your pantry up, dude? I don't think you would have sent it to me and told me that you sent it to me if you didn't want me to put it up. So I'm putting it up. But hold on. This is sexy.
There, rabbits. I'll be there for that.
You know what I love about this, JuJu? Look, it's labeled. And I have those drawers. Man. You see those metal drawers? I fit them in my pantry myself, Aaron, so that I could reach stuff. But look, it's all labeled. He's got the dry goods, the rice, the sugars, and everything. But look at all those broths and all of that homemade stock stuff there, and look at all of those condiments down there and spices and little sauces to add. That is a sexy pantry. Like, dude,
are you the labeler? Is it you? Because
that's lit. Like, that
like
makes
how it's
that,
like delightfully stacked in there.
that's sexy AF, Aaron. Like, I don't know about other women, but that actually,
And see
that
how
puts
it's
you.
appropriately labeled on the top. So
You know what
can
I
see
really
it
love
from
about
above.
it? All the appropriate containers. He's using the right kind. He's using air compressed
Airtight,
containers for the dry goods, and then he's got the screw tops one for the easy stuff, and then he's got actual jaws for liquids, like you should. I am telling you, this is lit. Like this, I don't know. They put you in the pro column there, Aaron. That checks off on a positive note there. That is a very sexy. Do you agree? That's sexy pantry.
It is. That's a good pantry.
That is. It's
You know you have a good pantry if you're like, I'll just take a photo of it right now.
Exactly. The fact that you could open up your pantry and all of that was in there, and it was like, and it's clean too. Nothing's like, falling all over the place. My brother's house, man, you open up his pantry, everything's like all like, like, yeah,
Yep.
no, not sexy at all. I'm telling you, that's appropriate, and I love the containers. I have those. I have a lot of these exact containers, and I love mason jars for everything, for just about everything. Thank you for sharing with us, Aaron. Like,
mason jars are the way to store things.
Your partner is a lucky person to have that pantry and you. There you go. Yeah.
Yes, I agree, Aaron. Like, I have my whole house set up so that you don't have to think about things. Like,
yep, I agree. It's one of the reasons I don't cook, right? Juju, we need to get you cooking more. I think you'd be happy.
No, I mean, yes. And I'll be real into it for like a week or two, and then I just fade out.
Well, every time she asks me for a recipe, I give it to her within less than 3 minutes, I think.
It's true.
It's true. Because I'm trying to get her to treat herself well. I think the best thing we all can do, even those of us living on our own, is be good to ourselves. And if you don't feel like cooking, then order out something that you like. Nourish your soul. Treat yourself as well as you would treat anybody else.
Do you eat at the dining table? Because I like to sit at the dining table to eat.
Juju, the spice was right next to me. Do you think I eat at the dining room table? No. I was sitting right here in front of the computer. Like, no, I did not. I think it's proper if I'm eating with somebody. I will make a nice table. I do like pretty food. I like to be a little fancy occasionally and make it special. But I will cuddle up with you in bed and eat. Seriously, in front of the TV, on the couch. I have no preference, really. I just want them comfortable and happy. And I was happy to eat, to sit here before streaming and eat while I made that post today. And that's what I did.
This stream nourishes my soul, so I don't have to eat tonight.
But that's what I was saying. Like, take care of yourselves, whether you can cook or not. But like, take a nice soak. Take a moment to make a cup of tea. Honor yourselves with little tiny traditions that are good just for you, that make you feel good, that you do something for yourselves, because like, you can't be the best for anybody else until you treat yourself the best. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And I'll do it. I like good food, and I'm not going to be 9,000 pounds. I won't let myself get like that. But there's nothing wrong with some good food and making some, arrangements. If you can't make it yourself, there's nothing with putting a little bit of money aside and buying that fancy meal that you like so much once in a while, just because you work for it. Life is hard. Life on a daily basis sucks sometimes.
Yes, it does though, because you're doing this. Like, I mean, it is hard. It's just hard.
It is. Let's just face it. I'm a realist. Life sucks. Like, life is always throwing shit at you that you got to get through and you got to accomplish. You have to treat yourself well in the process, because life's not going to do it. It just doesn't happen. Yes, good things happen. I'm not that much of a negative person. I realize there's something to celebrate in every day. And that's what I'm saying. Look for it. celebrate it and treat yourself good, because life ain't
Well,
gonna do it
make
for
a
you.
big to do out of the little things,
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
I'm real big on that. Like
What
light a
is
candle. I'm
yeah?
big
What
on
else?
lighting.
Besides that, you have other little things that you do on a regular basis?
Yeah. I mean, I'm like, how much time do you have? Because I make everything
I think we
um
could spend another 9 minutes and then call it. Yeah.
well, I like to I'll go turn down the bed for myself and like turn on the lamp, the bedside lamp, because I think it's so comforting and welcoming to like walk into the bedroom at the end of the day and like the bed's turned down for you.
Oh yeah.
And then I have things like if I make pizza at home, I have these they're like vintage candle holders, and they remind me of like an old pizza place. Or like,
Oh,
and so when I make pizza, I always light those candles or put candles in those little jars because it looks like, and I'm like,
you're
dim
in a
the
little
lights a little.
pizzeria. You
Yeah.
kind of make the pizza, which is a normal kind of thing to have here in America. It's like a go-to quick whatever, but you make it a little special. So it's like not like, like an afterthought. It's actually you put thought into it. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I like that. I have that with the tea ritual, just making a cup of tea or a pot of tea, which has like, I have a teapot collection actually. It's something that my nan, like this whole tea process was a way to settle for just 5 minutes out of any day to make a pot of tea the right way, her right way or whatever. And I have all these different teas and cups and stuff. It just started a collection, but they make like only 2 cups. But the process of it is so settling for me and so relaxing that actually even drinking the tea afterwards is just like such a pleasure. Whatever it is, it's just like makes it 10 times better just because I'm so settled and just like it's like I took a breath without taking a breath, and it just
I do that with my house, like with the curtains.
Mm-hmm.
In the morning when I get up, I like open all the curtains and I
Mm-hmm.
call it waking up my house. I'm like, well, I woke up the house. And then when the sun goes down, I call it tucking in the house. So I go close
Uh-huh.
all the
And you
curtains.
close all the windows. I do that, but not throughout the whole house. Basically, my 3 rooms here that I am, my sitting room, my bedroom, and my ensuite, I open them up and shut those. But the other ones are pretty much open because I have like open concept. Like it's hard to shut them down. Like I said, big picture window. I think I said it in another stream. People like hanging out naked in front of it and stuff, embarrassing all the neighbors. I don't know what.
But I choose like what lighting I want for the evening. I change the music. I have like music I listen to during the day and at night.
Now that's really taking care of yourself. Like I praise that. That is a very good habit to have. You are comforting and respecting your home, your environment, and actually treating yourself well by doing all that.
Well, I
It
think
makes it
your
nice.
home is crucial to your mental health.
It can be.
I'm
I think
certain of it. And I think that you can tell by the state of your home, your mental health. And I think it helps people. And I don't think people give their home enough credit for, because that's your sanctuary. That's where you go to heal. It's where you.
it is. It is your spot. It is like it is your controlled environment, actually. If you have a controlled environment, some people don't where they live. They live with a bunch of other people, or they have a more hectic routine with it. They live with roommates and things like that. But you do have one little corner that you can take care of. And I know people that really do it right. They have what they want there and they need there, and they know their routine. Well, to prove the point, doesn't everybody just love to get into a freshly made bed, like clean sheets and all? Isn't that like the best night's sleep you have? Like, or like,
Oh, yeah. I have a
yeah. Oh
whole
yeah.
thing for a clean
Hmm.
sheet night, too. I'm like, that's like, I also wash my favorite pajamas with the clean sheets because I'm like, we're wearing our favorite jams tonight. It's
Yep.
and buy sheets that you like and that are comfortable. Like, that's
Hmm.
important.
It is. It is. It is what my whole room is like that when you go to sleep. And I've had that with partners, like back and forth. Like, I don't want to go too on, but like whether or not we have a TV in the room, whether or not we have electronics, like I want, when I'm in a happy lifestyle with someone, I want like separate zones for all of that. Because when we retire to the bedroom, I
Mm-hmm.
want it to be restful, peaceful. Either just the two of us and not so restful and peaceful, or restful and peaceful. But there's only two things going on in that room. Not the TV, not the like video, not the phone. Like I want it to be just those couple of hours that you can have away from everything else, because I think that's important. I get my best sleep that way. But
I agree.
it depends on how the sheets get dirty. I didn't say they stayed that clean. I'm just saying it's a great night's sleep on my own. It was one of my best sleeps as I get when I change the bedding and everything smells all fresh in the room. And I'm just like, but then again, some of my best sleep has been after getting those sheets all dirty. I agree with you, Aaron. I'm not arguing about that at all. I'm with you. Like, I get it. Like, there's no doubt about that. Like, depends
what we're
on the
saying
workout.
is the bed is important for multiple reasons.
Beds are important. Yeah. Define dirty. It's not dirty. Dirty could be great. He means like wrinkled and sweaty and stuff, I think, Rabbi. It's not necessarily dirty, or he can mean other things too, but I'm not going to get into his personal life like that. Just not. And nor am I going to disclose mine. All right, 2-minute warning. JuJu, you got anything else going on for the week? Like any plans? Personally or YouTube or anything?
No. Not that I know of. I mean, I need to focus this week. I've lost focus recently, but I am having a great time. So
I am too. I have actually gained focus over the last couple of weeks hanging out with you. Isn't that weird? Maybe I stole your focus.
Well, I think I think my focus is coming back. Like I needed a vacation. I needed I don't know, like a change. It was like you've been a nice spark of making me see things differently too.
I think when we get to know different people in our lives, that happens a lot. That happens to me on a regular basis, actually. I love meeting people all throughout YouTube and talking to everybody about anything, actually. And I get inspired in the strangest ways. But you did inspire me for quite. It's like I said, you brought nothing to me. Like this stream, because like tomorrow I'm gonna have to talk about like stupid letters that were received and like the controversy of a whole big case that like is actually quite traumatizing for me. Like I have an actual physical reaction to this case that is quite disturbing to me, but I'm plowing through. Like I'm analyzing it on my own on the side. I get it, but to many, these kind of cases can be disruptive, and it does disrupt me in my balance a little bit. But just having this nothingness and this playfulness and just like this ability to find joy in some little things lately has really got me through. So I thank you for that. You've been a big part of that. But tomorrow I'm going to have to face that. And then the next day I got to talk about Sarah Boone and her craziness in like just doing stuff like this, like get you to the, I love that stuff. Don't get me wrong. I love the legal aspect of it. And I do it to myself on purpose. I got nobody to blame but myself. I love it. But it helps. Sometimes it does get to you. And this kind of stuff really, really helps. And I've been having a lot more fun lately in being more balanced in, looking at things a little lighter and like, it's just not that serious, people. Like, you don't have to make it that bad. Like, don't do it to yourselves. Just don't do it.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Light a candle and change your sheets.
Yep. And the day after that, Rabbit, you got it. I'll talk about poutine or anything. Or even after I talk about something like that, I'll hit the asylum and talk about some crazy stuff. Because like, I do cover it all. I do, and I do like it. But there's different sides, to everything, and including my personality. I don't want to focus on the negative that much. I really don't. Life's too short. It really is. And lately I've just been a much happier person. I mean, I feel like I'm in a good place right now. And I'm hoping to stay there for a while. So, I'm sorry. Well, as far as things going up, we will probably see you Friday, right? On your channel, which is linked below, by the way, people. If you'd like to have some more nothing, let's go over and do nothing over at JuJu's because JuJu does nothing like nobody else. Like,
that's right.
She can bring the nothing. I'm telling you, it is absolutely great. I don't know about a cooking stream record because we don't want to do anything. That's the whole purpose. It's a nothing thing. I have no idea what we'll be talking about next week. We may be talking about all of the illnesses you get from making all the food and not doing it right. Who knows? I don't know. We may be talking about something totally different. Cleaning bathrooms. I don't know. Something crazy. But I don't know what it would be like. I just know I look forward to it, and I hope you'll be back next Sunday and we can do it again. In the meantime, I hope everybody checks out all of our friends in the chat who have channels. They're all listed on my channel and everywhere else. JuJu on Fridays, Mousy is Wednesday and Sundays, or Shenanigans is on Thursdays. These are all fun places to hang out. Wrecker is like every night for music practice, and even though the beginning could be a little boring, because for some, it's not for me, because I'm enjoying actually learning musical theory and what he's doing with his arpeggios and his chords and all the things that he has to learn about reading music and writing music and timing of music. And you learn something the first part, but the second part is all fun. It's just singing and him practicing his music and getting ready for covers and taking requests and joking around in the chat. It could be fun. And also, like, I don't know, for everybody, you know.
It's and if you can't sleep, it's good, go in there, because when he starts playing the songs, like, it's really relaxing.
It really is. Thank you, Shill, for dropping Mousy. If you can get, you dropped JuJu. Thank you very much. If you could drop Shenanigans in, I'll go find Wrecker's Kick. If you, but he also has a YouTube channel too that he's been streaming on. But those don't stay up. So if you don't catch the live, you won't be able to watch it. But let me see. Will it let me in? Oh, it did. Look at that, Wrecker Kick let me in. Wow. They must want me to promote your channel, because normally they kick me out like 5 times before I get in. Oh, and always, that's right. Thank you for reminding me, Mrs. Cassandra, because always Createful, I didn't see her name, like, so I did, but she started her art channel and she's been doing really well with that too. So Mrs. Cassandra, do you want to drop that link? That's fine. Yeah, that would be great. But yeah, always another one of my mods. She does art and she's doing those. Did you see the pour over pumpkin, by the way? It was really rather beautiful.
No, I haven't watched that yet.
Yeah, I just saw a picture of it on Instagram. I didn't watch the video yet, but I did see the picture. But thank you, Mrs. Cassandra. If one of you could drop that link, that'd be great too. And Shenanigans. That's awesome. Because you know what? Even if I forget somebody, I don't actually forget anybody. I want to remind everybody, I promo in my Discord all the time. I promo on the back of my channel. And I do actually support every single one of my mods and friends that have a channel. I think that YouTube, honestly, is big enough for everybody. And I want everybody's channels to grow. I do. And anybody that tells you otherwise can pound salt. Just come talk to me, because if anybody says I don't support them, I would like you to show me how I haven't. Because anybody, right, JuJu, they ask me, I'm like, yeah, I'll help. I'll do this.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
No, you're very supportive.
I don't say no to anybody. Okay. I'll tell you what, I'm more direct and clear about how I support than most of the people that say they support me, actually. I'll tell you that, you know, because I get kicked to the curb. I get told off. I get kicked to the curb. I get told they don't want anything to do with me. And then they're like, yeah. Then they're all just like, yeah, well, no, that wasn't me. I didn't do that. Like, what? I never promoted your video. That's it. Wait, rabbits. Do I know about your video? Now I have to investigate, because that would be a high crime in my department if I did not promote someone as lovely as you are, because you have been very kind to me since the day we actually ran into each other in the asylum. You've been very good to me and very funny, and I do love hanging out with you. So I definitely would want to support you. You can't find the shenanigans. Okay, you know what? Karen, I'll help you out here. Go to my channel and look on favorite channels, and Shenanigans right there. You could just grab the link right there. You just hit it and grab the link. There is no such thing. You never made a video. You are, you rat. I'm putting that up for posterity so everybody knows it wasn't me. Yes, he did, but I didn't get it. I'm very naive about the wink. Like, I don't, yeah.
I like the wink.
I like the wink, but I thought that would mean like, oh, see, but it's okay, girl. You just didn't know about it. I thought it was like, okay, don't worry about it. Like, no worries. Not like, ha ha, got you. Like, see, I misinterpret the wink all the time. There is no such thing.
The wink is tricky. It's like, what is that? But I think it means like, I'm teasing, I'm joking.
Yeah, Aaron's right. I don't say no to anybody. You get a bad reputation. This is true. I should rephrase that. I do not say no to reasonable requests that are asked appropriately, that do not get me in trouble with my partner and or fit my boundaries and guidelines. But if it's supporting what you do on YouTube, 9 out of 10 times, I will probably help support you. Is that better, Aaron? Thank you for having my back. I do appreciate it. I do. This is why you're one of my favorite mods too, because correct me when I need to get myself out of trouble. Thank you.
Claire, shut it down.
Yes, all right. That's it. I am. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do it. She said, that's it. We're out. Bye. Everybody have a good one. Thank you for dropping the links. Thank you. Thank you very much for all of the links. Thank you, JuJu Bee. And I will see everybody hopefully tomorrow.
Have a great
Wait, sorry, JuJu. You were in the middle of saying something. Go
I know, and then I stopped because you started playing that.
No, I didn't mean it. I came back because I was like, that's no way to be rude to JuJu.
No, I don't mind. Have a good week. Okay, start playing the outro.
Okay, yeah, I'm doing what she told me there.